Greetings everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of All Things Lambda, the Half-Life community show that... it looks like we might not just have Half-Life community news on this episode. Strange things are happening here. You might have noticed that my face is not visible right now, and instead I got gameplay. Well, that's because I did not sleep very well last night, and I basically look like a zombie. And nobody honestly needs to look at that. So that's why everybody gets to look at gameplay right now. Hey... Alright, do you want to know what this non-Half-Life news is? Well, I want to get to it, so why don't we just roll that intro and get right into it? Let's go.
LambdaGeneration.
It seems ages ago since I played the Half-Life 2 beta restoration mod Missing Information for the first time. Actually, it might even have been one of the first source mods I actually played. Just for context, I got into Half-Life at around 2012-2013 when I finally had a capable gaming PC, and even then, it was barely capable. So it being one of the source mods that I have a lot of fun memories of, I of course get worried if I have to report on some bad news that has happened to the team making it. And what has happened is definitely a massive blow to the morale of the team. Unfortunately, Valve officially declined the release of Missing Information on the Steam platform. According to a Steam team representative, it was very difficult for them to decide whether or not they should allow this. They said that despite the community interest, they find an issue in allowing the distribution of what was back then illegally obtained assets, and that they basically do not want to make an exception for this mod. This is obviously very bad news for people who really wanted to see this mod come to Steam, but it's not all bad news because the upcoming update that was planned for the Steam release will be released on ModDB instead, so we can still play the newest version of Missing Information when it comes out. So things aren't all completely bleak, and there is still a little ray of sunshine. The Missing Information team, aka Gabe's Love Tub, might not have Valve backing them on this one, but they sure do have the community still. If you want to see the tweet that Gabe's Love Tub made on Twitter about this, then check the description below. Alright, now let's get to the non-Half-Life news for a second. And let me just start without any fluff whatsoever. Dota 2 is getting a Netflix original anime series co-produced by Valve. Yes, you heard that right. I'm bringing anime onto All Things Lambda, sue me. For real though, I don't watch anime all that often actually, but this one does seem to attract me quite a bit, even though I'm not even a Dota fan in the first place. According to IGN, the series is going to focus on various Dota 2 characters like Dragon Knight Davion and Moon Princess Mirana. Apparently, Davion has to get rid of the Scourge faction, but on his way to do that, he discovers an old dragon race called the Eldworms. Together with Mirana, they enter a conflict that is way bigger than what they initially anticipated. Sounds really cool to me. I think a Dota anime would actually work pretty well. It's being executive produced by Ashley Edward Miller, who worked on X-Men First Class, Thor, and Fringe. The animation is being provided by Studio Mir, a South Korean animation studio previously responsible for the animation work on Kipo and the Age of the Wonder Beasts, Voltron Legendary Defender, and The Legend of Korra, so the show does have some talented people working on it. A teaser is already out and the animation looks pretty great. I can't wait to actually see this at the end of March. Wanna watch the teaser for it? A link to the tweet is down in the description below. Man, I waited for almost 3 years to talk about something animation related on this show. Yes! A couple of weeks ago, we teased an image that I obtained on Discord from a member of the Hiku Collective team, the developers behind Black Mesa Azure Sheep. What I was too poopy dumb to notice though is that this train platform wasn't just any train platform, it was the train platform from Blue Shift. Some people actually went out of their way to tell me this, and apparently, yeah, you all were exactly right, because the Hiku Collective announced on Tuesday that they're actually remaking Half-Life Blue Shift in the Black Mesa engine, and they got a whole lot to show off already. We got some screenshots from the Living Quarters Outbound chapter that perfectly show off what kind of fidelity they want the mod to have. It looks superbly detailed, especially for an area you'll basically only ride a train through. Some voice acting for Otis has been released as well, and a piece of the soundtrack was also shared in the news article on the official Black Mesa Blue Shift ModDB page. It's exciting stuff. They'll soon be releasing a demo for the mod that'll include the inbound chapter so we can see things for ourselves. Now, I know there is indeed a giant elephant in the room, and that elephant is wearing a shirt that has the logo for Tripmine Studios Guard Duty on it. They're obviously also remaking Blue Shift, so what's going on here? Well, absolutely nothing. These two mods can perfectly coexist besides each other. This is a community and everyone gets to make what they want. Nobody can come in and claim a game or expansion to remake. So everything is on friendly terms here. Okay, so that giant elephant can leave now, by the way. It's filling up the room. Yes, I know, but it's time for you to leave, really. Okay, right, there is a link in the description for the official announcement article. Go and read it. Boreal Alyph is back with a pretty big update on where they are currently at in development, and they're showing that off in the form of a brand new gameplay showcase that's supposed to give you an idea of how the game is going to play. And oh boy, does it do a good job. It showcases combat and exploration on the outside by a snow-covered warehouse, and it even takes the combat indoors as well. At the same time, they show off weapons like the crowbar, the gravity gun, the shotgun, the revolver, the combined assault rifle, and the SMG. Of course, what's shown here is subject to change, so the final outcome might not entirely look like this. In fact, most of the level is actually still untextured. That's when you know they're still hard at work on the game. If you want to see this gameplay showcase, then check out the link in the description below. Who wants more Half-Life Year of the Dragon news? I do, and I can actually provide because Magic Nipples, the mod's developer, has actually recently released a brand new gameplay video for the mod that shows a completely transformed Office Complex chapter. The chapter is revamped massively to better accommodate Spyro's moveset and gameplay, so it still looks like Half-Life, but it actually plays more like a Spyro game now. Some aesthetics are also changed here to give the whole chapter a fresher look overall. As for Spyro, he's looking fabulous as always. His entire moveset seems to be here, and there are even gems for him to collect. I have to honestly say here that this is one of the most ambitious projects currently going on in the Half-Life community, and I'm looking forward to a new demo. If you want to see this new gameplay video, then check the description below for a link. Oh hey, and while you're at it, why don't you check our social media links as well? Our Twitter, Facebook, and Discord are all in there, one mouse click away. On there, we share Half-Life community news almost every day, even stuff that didn't make it into All Things Lambda, so definitely go give it a follow. For my shenanigans, check out my YouTube channel and Twitter. There are also links down below. I might start tweeting a bit more about the Dota anime that's in the works. Maybe I should review it. Should I review it? Let me know. And with all that being said, I'm going to end episode 129 of All Things Lambda. I'd like to see you all back for episode 130 next week, but in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe and to ring that bell icon so you'll never have to miss another episode. Salutations, and take care.